Hey everybody, have you ever heard people talk about riding their horse with their legs and wonder what they're talking about, or wonder exactly how they go about that, what they're doing with their legs actually? I'm Don Lindsay from Don Lindsay Horsemanship, and I'd like to make a little video today and explain to you exactly what I do with my legs to get the results I want out of my horses. And when I was a kid learning how to ride, first thing I learned was you kick them to go and you pull on them to stop them. And for a long time, that's all I knew about riding with my legs, was just kicking them to go. Later on, I started hearing about people using their legs when they'd turn their horse. And the ideas that I got then was your horse needs to move away from your legs. So basically, if you're turning your horse to the left, you kick with your right leg. If you're turning your horse to the right, you kick with your left leg. Okay, as time went on, I learned more about how to operate my horse better using my hands and legs together. I learned, my horse is always moving away from my legs, but I can move different parts of my horse's body with my legs. And so I started separating the different parts of the body and learning how to move each part individually. And when I start talking about the way I use my legs, sometimes people kind of get confused because they're still thinking, to turn left you use your right leg, to turn right you use your left leg. And that's not always the case, depending on which part of your horse you want to move when you turn. So see, I can move my horse's hindquarters to the left using my right leg like that, and that actually looked like I was making a right turn and I was using my right legs. So that confuses a lot of people about how you should use your legs. So now I'll use my left leg, move his hindquarters over. I made a left turn, but I was using my left leg. So I was using my inside leg for that turn. Okay, now if I want to move my horse's front end or move his shoulders, then it follows suit that if I want to move my horse's front end to the left, I use my right leg. If I want to move his front end to the right, I use my left leg. Okay, so I'm separating the parts of my horse's body that I want to move. And there's times that I will do both, and there's times that I will combine the two and get other things. Another thing is I like to be able to move my horse's rib cage, which would be what you do if you were side passing, or if I have a young horse and I pull on one rein and I feel some resistance there, I pull on my left rein and I feel resistance, I'm going to use my left leg and I'm going to ask that horse to put his rib cage in and bend his body. So if somebody walked up to you and poked you right here, you wouldn't look over there. Somebody pokes me there, I'm going to look right there, and your horse will kind of do the same thing. So if I feel resistance on one rein or the other, I'm going to use that same leg, my inside leg, and ask that horse to pick his rib cage up and bend his body that way. And so there's another way I use my legs. Another thing I do with my legs is when I'm backing my horse up, if I feel him get heavy or there's kind of a drag there when I'm asking him to back up, I'm going to work my legs to tell my horse, pick up your shoulders and keep that energy going backwards. Pick up your shoulders and let's go back. Okay, so I use a little leg when I'm backing up. And then as far as getting them to go forward anymore, instead of just kicking my horse, I'm going to start alternating my legs until my horse goes forward. I alternate one leg and then the other, one leg and then the other. A friend of mine told me one time it's kind of like the difference between a blue heeler dog and a border collie, where a blue heeler dog will run up and bite a cow and the cow jumps forward. Okay, I don't want my horses jumping forward. And if I alternate legs, it's more like a border collie. He'll go from this side to this side to this side to this side until the cow starts moving forward. And that's kind of the way I like to think of it with my legs, especially on a young horse, so I don't startle them when I ask them to go. So these are some ideas about different ways to use your legs. I hope this helps you. If you're interested in what I'm doing, you can check out my website. It's dlhorsemanship.com. I'll actually leave a link in the comments after this video. And why don't you comment and tell me where you're watching from, and maybe give me suggestions on maybe some other tips you might want in the future, and I'll see if I can make a video about them. Well, that's what I got for today, and thanks for watching. We'll see you.